That police officer who you see there on the stage, who Siddaramaiah is clearly yelling at and threatens to slap, immediately right after went ahead and took VRS voluntary retirement. And that's what sparked all of this anger, outrage over how Chief Minister Siddaramaiah treated a police officer. Let me open this up on this broadcast on Super 6. Joining us is Shatabhishesh Shivanna, Deputy Spokesperson of the Karnataka Pradesh Congress Committee. We have Mr. Shankar Bedri, former DG, Inspector General of Police in Karnataka, very decorated, respected police officer. Mr. Bhaskar Rao, spokesperson of the Karnataka BJP and a former top cop himself. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for your time, for joining us here on India Today. Mr. Bedri, I'd like to begin with you. The kind of images that we've seen, sir, of Chief Minister Siddaramaiah gesturing as if he's going to slap a cop, what does that really do to a police force? Does this hurt, how they feel, the perception of the police force also for the people?
In that particular incident, the Chief Minister may have lost his temper due to some reasons. But his conduct in abusing or threatening the police officer on the stage is not correct and it is condemnable. But now he has expressed an apology. I think we should put it at rest.
Apology from whom, Mr. Bedri? Because, when the question was put forth to Chief Minister Siddaramaiah from reporters, he deemed the reporters a BJP person and walked off.
No, recently, today or yesterday, I read that he has expressed regret regarding that incident. So I think there is no point in prolonging that particular incident. No doubt Mr. Narayan Barmani is a very good officer. I know he's from sub-inspector days. He's a very diligent and good officer. But now the CM has expressed regret regarding the incident. I think there is no point in prolonging it. But generally, one thing is there. In Karnataka, during the last 5-6 years, the persons in power, that is mainly the government and public representatives, are treating the officers not in a very good manner. And the respect that used to be commanded by the district officers and the senior officers and other bureaucracy has eroded substantially. This is a matter of concern for not only the bureaucracy, but also for the system to work and function properly.
No, I completely agree. There's a need to have a certain respect for the police force. The police force must also and deserves a certain dignity, because only then can they actually carry out their duties. You need that kind of a perception. There needs to be respect.
It is not only police. It affects all other wings of the government also. It is not only the police force. They are treating all bureaucrats in a very shabby manner. It is happening since the last 5 years. It is a very unwelcome and undesirable trend that has developed in Karnataka.
Okay. Mr. Bedri, I'll request you to stay with me. Let me bring in opening comments also from Mr. Bhaskar Rao. You are, Mr. Rao, part of the Karnataka BJP, but I'd like your opinion on this first, as someone who's also served as the Commissioner of Police in Bengaluru. Seeing these images, what do you really feel, Mr. Bhaskar Rao? Unfortunate, I'm sure, that a police officer is being treated in this manner.
The officer Narayan Barmani has worked with me also as an inspector, and a very capable officer who has done very well as regards maintenance of law and order. All that the officer was doing was preventing people from coming over to the stage to protect the Chief Minister. The Chief Minister could have told him, please allow them to come, instead of calling him in singular and threatening him to slap, etc. And he was prevented from slapping by the cabinet minister who was next to him over there. Imagine what a great controversy it would have been if his other minister colleague had not stopped him over there. Siddaramaiah is known for addressing officers in singular. Earlier, he had humiliated an IAS officer and asked him to leave the stage. Then he had placed a number of officers like Commissioner of Police, etc., under suspension. And this is something which is frustration that is coming out. Haki should never be insulted. All that the police officer was trying to do was to protect and keep the Chief Minister safe over there. If he has anything to say, he should be called and told in the four walls of a room, instead of publicly humiliating and insulting an officer. One should never go all the way to do such thing. If had it been some other minister, we could have gone and told the chief minister. The chief minister would have suitably advised. But the chief minister himself behaves in such an uncouth manner with his own officers. Whom should we go and approach? So that is why the officer has suffered extreme humiliation, pain, and has felt it very bad among of his family members as well as his friends and admirers who have great faith in him. So that's why he has thrown in his resignation letter, said, I don't want to work under such a dispensation where there is no respect at all over there. And it is not new that Mr. Siddaramaiah is doing. He may have apologized in private, but he has insulted that officer in public. So that is the difference here. There are, police officers.
Ideally, with such an incident coming to light, today when the Chief Minister was asked about it, he should have then gone ahead and issued a clarification that that is no way to treat a police officer. They deserve respect. He respects the uniform. That would have been the ideal message to send across, because then you're setting the record straight on how police officers must be treated. I'd like to bring in also Shatabish Shivanna of the Karnataka Congress. Shivanna, the way this has played out right now, it doesn't look good for the Karnataka government, for the Karnataka Chief Minister, and I hope you don't come out to defend what's happened.
No, I mean, see, Mr. Siddaramaiah is a lovable personality. He has had a political standing and a political career that spans over 5 decades now, right? And we all know him to be a very raw and lovable human being. His manner of speaking may be harsh, not just to the police or not just to any individual. It may be towards his own MLAs, his own ministers. He might come out as harsh, but he always has good intentions in mind. Now, the specific incident that y'all are picking and cherry picking to point out that he is a villainous human being is incorrect. I'll tell you what the actual facts and circumstances were. It was a Congress event. It was a state organized event with a lot of ministers, but the BJP had hatched a political conspiracy. They had sent out goons to create chaos. They disturbed law and order. And whose duty is it? The police were required to thwart this at its very inception. The BJP has provoked their karyakartas, their sitting Zilla Panchayat and Panchayat members to come to a Congress function and create chaos. Is this the manner in which we will lead democracy in the future? Imagine that the Congress party starts doing this or replicating this in BJP functions. Where will we go? And insofar as the police is concerned, it was their bound duty to anticipate such an incident, to ensure that law and order is maintained. And, at the spur of the moment, the Honorable Chief Minister has summoned the concerned officer and said, take action immediately. What are you doing? Are you sleeping?
Shivanna, are you then... You've explained the circumstances. Sure. You're accusing us of cherry picking. First of all, let me just say that video is out for our viewers to decide whichever way they want about whether we've cherry picked one particular incident. You've put it in context. Even after that, Shivanna, surely the reasoning behind this, that the police is to blame, doesn't warrant someone being humiliated on stage in this manner. He is the Chief Minister. He has a right to pull up the police. No one's questioning that. The question is in the manner in which it's done. Is that something you find agreeable?
No, see, the Congress party has always respected the uniform, and the Home Minister has made it amply clear that he has engaged in mediation and communication with him. The Honorable Chief Minister too has expressed regret that such an incident or act must not have happened. But in the spur of the moment, the manner in which the BJP very carefully orchestrated a political conspiracy to disturb law and order and peace, he has reacted in that fashion. And even when the Honorable Chief Minister was addressing the media today, he said when the officer himself does not have a problem, why is the media making a mountain out of a molehill? And let me make it clear, I don't know if Bhaskar Rao sir is aware of the comments that this very same officer has come out and made in the open. He has addressed the media and said, I will abide by my duties, I will abide by the direction of the Honorable Chief Minister and the Home Minister. I will continue my duties. When he himself is subsiding the issue, to take political mileage from this is incorrect, is what I'm saying.
Okay, Mr. Bhaskar Rao, you wanted to make a point.
Whatever defense Mr. Shivanna gives, can he condone this kind of behavior? He may have been in political life for 50 years, but we have all worked under chief ministers like Mr. Bangarappa, Veerappa Moily, S.M. Krishna, Dharam Singh, and very, very senior ministers also. Nobody has addressed police persons by in singular or officers in singular over there. He can take liberties with his MLAs or he can take liberty with deputy spokesperson or spokesperson. But we are here to serve the country. We are here to serve the city and the nation over there. All that the police officer was doing was maintaining law and order. Does he deserve to be
No, he
humiliated?
wasn't. He wasn't.
Talk
That is
back
the point.
at the chief minister. The police are sworn to protect the constitution. What if the police person had spoken back? Just because our employment conditions are in your hands, does it mean you should speak to us like this? Please have some kind of decency and decorum while addressing others over there. We may be
No,
working under you, we may be working under your government, but all of us have got self-respect also over there. And what is it that we were doing? We were protecting you from a mob. Anything could have happened. And in distress, you finally rely on us. So whatever Mr. Shivanna says, he's confined to his party, his home, or his inner circle. When you are outside
Mr.
in a public domain, one has to show exemplary and proper behavior, which Mr. Siddaramaiah has repeatedly failed to show. And we are all
You know,
aware of this.
Shivanna, your response to what Mr. Bhaskar Rao is saying, in effect, what
And I'm
these kind of
telling you,
incidents
it's
do is it kind
non-political.
of brings down the morality of the police force, one. Second, the public perception of the police force. You're weakening that when you see these kind of videos of a cop almost getting slapped on stage.
No, I mean, I'm not here to condone it, and I've been blindsided by this debate. We have the likes of Mr. Bhaskar Rao and Shankar Bidri, who are men of uniform, and they're speaking very emotionally about the issue. We respect the services that they provided to the state of Karnataka, but this is an isolated incident, and it should be treated in an isolated fashion. If you are
Okay, let
unhappy
me
with the
explain
manner
to you
in which
then.
if you are unhappy with the manner in which the Honorable Chief Minister reacted in the spur of the moment, we are giving our justification as to what contributed to that reaction. There was a political conspiracy led by the Bharatiya Janata Party. So don't take protection under the uniform. What you did as per your party direction was incorrect, and it was the
Okay.
duty of the police to maintain law and order, which they failed to do. And if a police
They
officer is pulled
failed
up,
to
I
do.
don't think there's
They
anything
failed
correct.
to do.
No, they didn't.
Okay.
No, they didn't.
Okay, Shivanna, my question to you here is, you're referring to this as a one-off incident that you're saying everyone's picking up on for political gains. Now, the problem is that in the last few weeks, there's been a trend of sorts. And what am I referring to? I'm referring to the fact that in the aftermath of the stampede, you had senior IPS officers being suspended, transferred. And one of those, you've had also in the last 24 hours, the suspension being revoked. And so that again has led to questions on whether this is the Karnataka government scapegoating IPS officers in light of what happened. That, coupled with this incident, Shivanna, is what's led to questions about whether the Karnataka government is being respectful to the police force or not.
So see, to address these are two separate issues yet again.
Yeah.
Now the 5 suspensions of IPS officers, three IPS and 2 KSPS officers, you're referring to the tragic stampede. The bottom line is 11 young lives were lost, right? And the state government has gone above and beyond to ensure that there is some sort of redressal to the victims. We are not playing politics over dead bodies. We have handed over the investigation to the Central Investigation Department. There's a magisterial inquiry. There's a one-man judicial commission who is taking care of everything. Ex gratia compensation was awarded in an unprecedented fashion. The state government has taken, or heads have rolled of top cops. We are not, we're not shifting our responsibility away. We are taking action against top cops. We are taking action against our own political executive. Now, the question before the CAT or the High Court was whether that suspension is justified. And the state government, through the Additional Advocate General and the Advocate General, has placed prima facie material, relevant records, and the extracts of the police manuals, etc., and ensured that there has been prima facie dereliction of duty on part of the police. Now it is our duty, right, to establish to the High Court whether the suspension is correct or not. And as Bhaskar Rao was appropriately saying, once they wear a uniform, they have taken an oath to prevent crime and to protect every single individual. Now 11 young lives have been lost, and the police are trying to absolve themselves from their liability. That will not be allowed.
The question here, Shivanna, is whether the police was also scapegoated in that particular incident.
No, not at all. Why? We took action against RCB's management. We took action against DNA and their company. We took action against a political executive. The political secretary of the Honorable Chief Minister was relieved from his duties, including the cops. Now, are you trying to tell me that the cops had no role to play at all? leading to this incident? Should they be absolved of all sorts of liability? They don't shoulder any responsibility to the loss of 11
Okay.
lives?
Mr.
You
Bhaskar
have
Rao,
only
you want to make a point?
the police. The police have clearly told not to do it, yet to choose to
No,
do.
no,
You
sir.
chose
No,
to.
sir. I beg to
You have
differ.
chosen to do it. And you have taken selfies with your children, grandchildren, and
I
with your
beg to differ.
sons-in-law.
I beg to differ.
Yeah.
You blame the police for all this. Police had clearly mentioned that. And why did you hold it in two different places? You wanted to hold it in front of Vidhan Soda. Why you are holding in front of Chinnaswamy Stadium? And in less than 24 hours of the RCB victory, you are only trying to go to the most easily available target, that is the police. They are the softest target, so that you can blame them. The police, because they wear a uniform, they cannot talk back. Because they cannot talk back, you're doing this. Had it been some other agency, you would not have had the guts to do it over there. Your chief minister,
Okay.
your deputy minister chose to do all these things in a
quick
manner with
rebuttal.
absolutely no planning. You have dragged us
Okay.
into a political. Wanted to keep it a non-political and sticking it with only police as our respected.
I'm going to
corporate
give
director.
Shivanna a chance to respond to what Mr. Bhaskar Rao has said, and then I'll bring in Mr. Shankar Bedri. Shivanna.
Just a quick rebuttal. I don't think the Honorable Bhaskar Rao has seen the order passed by the Honorable CAT. And the Honorable CAT has recorded the manner in which permission was sought, whether permission was given or not. In the specified form in which permission was required to be sought was not sought at all. Right? So without having all these facts before you, without allowing the magisterial inquiry to evolve and come with a decision, without allowing the High Court, who has taken suo motu cognizance of the issue, to come out with the findings, to just make a random statement that police people are being made scapegoats is incorrect. If we take action against the police, the BJP has a problem. If we don't take action against the police, the BJP has a problem. Ultimately, they are playing a failed opposition. They just want the chief minister to resign, which will not happen. Only in your dreams will that ever be led to fruition, sir. Please
take
read
action.
the order of the Honorable CAT before you make any comments on national television, at least. At least get your facts right.
Let me bring in Mr. Shankar Bedri right now. Mr. Shankar Bedri, listening to both sides at this point, and I'm sure you've heard what Mr. Bhaskar Rao has said too. Do you believe also, sir, that something like this also will lead to impact and effects in the Karnataka police force that need to be addressed immediately too?
I have already expressed my views regarding the suspension of the senior officers in the context of this stampede. They are already well known to everybody. Now the CAT order, the order portion has come out clearly in favor of the police. The suspensions were not warranted, suspensions were not justified, suspensions were not at all required, and police officers were not at fault. That's why CAT has ordered the reinstatement of all the suspended officers. I think that message is loud and clear, and it is a very considered and balanced view. I think we should respect and accept the judgment of the CAT, and it should prevail. But one thing is there, on account of such rash actions, already damage has been done. It takes quite some time. It takes a mature government to heed those rules. Let us hope that government will take appropriate steps and make room for healing of those wounds. And
Well, the reality is, Mr. Bedri, that the Karnataka government has challenged that particular order. And the fact that you had that incident coupled with this footage that's been going viral of a cop being humiliated on stage is what's led to these questions about whether the police force in Karnataka is constantly being disrespected. I leave it on that note. We leave it to the viewers to decide. We've heard from every single side here. Mr. Bhaskar Rao, Shivanna, as well as Mr. Bedri, thank you very much for joining us here on India Today.